Your departed mother, the one who now rests in my arms, is covered by my love and is leaving within you a gentle call that your heart cannot ignore. My beloved child, pause in this moment, not out of fear, nor under the weight of heavy pressure, but because a very deep stream of comfort is seeking a way to touch the places you have long hidden within your heart. There are memories that return without anyone needing to remind you. Empty spaces that still quietly echo even after time has passed. And moments when you thought you had grown stronger, yet a single image, a scent, a song, or a still afternoon is enough to make your heart tighten. I know this. My child, I saw you trying to move forward after the day your mother left this earthly life. I saw you learning how to live with that absence, learning how to smile even when some days felt empty inside, learning how to call her name in silence when the familiar hands you once held were no longer there. At this moment, do not think the stirring in your heart is meaningless. I am allowing you to remember, not to wound you further, but to heal the places you thought you would have to endure alone forever. True love is not buried by separation, nor erased by time. Your mother has entered my peace, and in my light, the things that once caused her pain, weariness, and anxiety no longer have the right to hold her back. You once wondered whether she was at peace, whether she still remembered you, whether she saw the days when you stumbled, whether she knew how deeply you missed her. I speak to you with the tenderness of a father. The love she had for you has not been lost. It no longer carries the heavy limits of weakness, time, or words left unspoken, but has been placed within my rest. In the realm of light, where mercy and peace embrace every wound, perhaps you have carried sorrow over the words you never said, the times you did not hold your mother a little longer, the calls you thought you would make later, the moments you believed there would still be time. I know those questions have returned to you many times like quiet waves. But today, I do not want you to keep condemning yourself over what has passed. Love is not measured by one final moment, nor is it defined by human shortcomings in weary days. Your mother knew you loved her. She knew how many sincere things lived within your heart, even if there were things you never spoke aloud. And I know too. I do not look at you with accusing eyes. I look at you with mercy, because I understand your limits, your busyness, your awkwardness, and your weakness. Lay down the burden of regret you have carried for too long. It is not the portion I want you to keep from your mother's love. My beloved child, your mother wants you to understand that she is no longer in pain as you imagine during the nights when you cannot sleep. She is no longer bound by the hardship of her final days, no longer surrounded by heavy breaths, moments of helplessness, or the memories that break your heart whenever they return. In me, she rests. In me, she is sheltered. In me, everything left unfinished in earthly life is placed beneath the light of mercy. So when you remember your mother, do not remember only the moments of parting. Remember her laughter. Remember her eyes when she looked at you. Remember her quiet sacrifices, her clumsy worries, the ways she loved you, even when she did not always know how to express it with gentle words. Remember that you were once placed in the arms of a mother who carried you in love, cared for you in the ways she could, and left within you traces that nothing can erase. You are here not by chance. I have heard your sighs when you longed for a sign, longed for confirmation, longed to know that your mother is still in peace. I have heard the words you never told anyone, the times you looked into empty space and wondered whether love can still find itself after separation. I do not leave those questions abandoned. I do not always answer in the way you expect, but I always draw near through gentle paths. Sometimes it is a sudden memory that warms your heart. Sometimes it is a dream that causes you to wake with tears, yet also with a little peace. Sometimes it is someone saying exactly what you needed to hear. Sometimes it is a deep stillness that makes you feel you are not alone. These things do not come to pull you back into grief, but to remind you that love preserved by me will never become ashes. Your mother has seen you trying harder than you realize. She has seen the years when you had to stand up by yourself, the times when you swallowed your tears and kept going, the responsibilities you carried, the decisions you had to make, the moments when you were misunderstood yet still did not want to become bitter. She is proud of you, not only because of what you have achieved in the eyes of the world, but because you have still kept tenderness in your heart after so many things that hurt you. She is proud because you did not give up in heavy days. She is proud because you still know how to love, how to remember, how to desire what is good, and how to seek light even when the road before you was unclear. And I, your father, also look upon you with that same loving tenderness. Before you were born, I knew your name. Before you understood what loss meant, I had already prepared grace to carry you through the seasons your heart thought it could not bear. Therefore, do not let grief become a chain. Let it become a clear stream that leads you back to the most beautiful things your mother planted in your life. If she taught you to love, continue loving. If she taught you endurance, continue standing firm. If she sacrificed for you, live in a way that does not waste what she gave. If there were things between you and her that were never healed, let me touch them with forgiveness. Forgive her for the things she could not fully do. Forgive yourself for the things you still regret. Forgiveness does not mean denying the pain. It means opening the door so peace can enter the place where pain has stayed for too long. Today, I want you to receive this comfort like a gentle garment covering your heart. Your mother is in my peace. She does not want you to live forever in the shadow of separation. She wants you to continue walking, but not by forgetting her. You continue by carrying that love into every good deed, every kind word, every wise choice, and every day you live more deeply. Do not turn your back on the light just because the sorrow was once too great. Do not think that finding joy again is a betrayal of the one who has departed. When you find peace again, when you learn to smile, when you dare to hope, your mother's love is not diminished. It continues within you in a new form, purer, vider, and more mature. Let your heart soften in my hands. My beloved child, let the tears fall if they need to fall. For I do not see your tears as weakness. I gather each one as a wordless prayer. I am near to you in this remembrance, closer than your breath. Your mother has been entrusted into my arms, and you are still being led by me on the road ahead. You have not been left behind. You have not been forgotten. You do not have to carry this longing by yourself to the end of your life in loneliness. I will teach you how to remember without falling apart, how to love without sinking into loss, how to move forward while still keeping the most sacred thing within your heart. Be at peace, my child. The love that gave birth to you, that covered your mother, and that is lifting you, even now remains whole in me. Your mother's love did not close at her final breath, because what belongs to true love is not buried by separation, does not go out before the boundary of temporary life, and does not disappear simply because your eyes no longer see her every day. My beloved child, let me speak to you with the tenderness of a father who understands the longing that lives within you. Your mother has not been lost from my arms. She has not dissolved into forgetfulness, has not been separated from goodness, and has not been erased from your story. The love she had for you has been kept by me in the light, purified from every pain, lifted beyond every limit of tears. And now that love is no longer bound by exhaustion, sickness, age, or the things that once weakened her while she was beside you, she has entered the peace you always hoped she would receive. And from that place of peace, she still loves you with a love that is pure, quiet yet enduring, gentle yet full of support. You once thought that when a mother leaves the reach of your hands, her care also ends. Her tender gaze becomes only a memory, and her silent prayers for you are closed within the past. But I say to you that love born from a mother's heart does not end so easily. What she planted in your life is still living. The prayers she once whispered in the night, the tears she quietly wiped away so you would not worry, the sacrifices she never fully told, the times she placed your name in her petitions. All of these have not been swallowed by time. I heard them, I kept them, I placed them like sacred seeds upon the road you walk. There are things you thought you passed through by chance, but in truth, your mother's prayers went before you like a small lamp lighting the way. There were dangers you did not know you had been spared from, doors you did not understand why they opened at the right time, support that came in the moment when you were nearly collapsing. And I want you to understand that such love, when placed in my hands, still carries the fragrance of protection. Even now, as you sit in days when you are sometimes strong, sometimes fragile, sometimes trusting, sometimes shaken, your mother is not distant from what is in your heart. She no longer looks at you with eyes once tired from the years, but her love has been placed in the brightness of my light, where there is no fear, no confusion, and no limit imposed by the darkness of human life. She knows you still carry burdens you have not spoken. She knows there are evenings when you grow silent because of financial pressure, unanswered questions, health concerns, relationships that make your heart ache, and thoughts that keep circling until sleep becomes difficult. And in my presence, that love becomes a gentle plea, like fragrance rising upward, asking me to cover you with grace, to open the way for you, and to place peace in the places where you have had to hold yourself together for too long. I want you to know that you are not alone in your quiet battle. There are burdens you carry that seem understood by no one, but I understand. There are worries you hide behind an ordinary appearance, but I see. There are moments when you miss your mother so deeply that your throat tightens. Not only because you lack someone whose name you can call, but because you miss the feeling of being loved without condition. The embrace that required no explanation. The eyes that could tell you were sad before you said a word. My beloved child, I do not take that longing lightly. I do not tell you to forget in order to become stronger. I simply place my hand upon your longing and turn it into a place anointed with comfort. Each time you remember her with gratitude instead of despair, a part of you is healed. Each time you remember her love without allowing pain to drag you down, you move closer to the peace I desire to give you. Your mother once worried for you in the way of an earthly mother, whether you had enough to eat, whether you slept peacefully, whether you were safe on the road, whether you chose the right people, whether anyone was hurting you. Now, in my light, that love no longer carries the heavy fear of temporary life, but has been transformed into holy surrender. She no longer prays from panic, but from peace. She no longer loves you with the anxiety of earthly life, but with the trust that I am the one holding you in my hands. And hear me say this: the prayer of a mother, when placed before me with pure love, is never a small thing. It can pass through places where you cannot go. It can touch doors you do not yet have the strength to knock on. It can follow you through lonely seasons, moments of decision, and turns in the road when even you do not know what lies ahead. Therefore, do not let fear tell you that every chain in your life will remain forever. I am the one with power to break the things that have bound you for too long. The old patterns in your family, the pains passed from one generation to another, the lack that made you always live defensively, the negative words once spoken over your future, none of these are greater than my power. I do not only want you to survive these things, I want you to come out of them with a renewed heart, an enlightened mind, and a life restored into the order of peace. There are burdens that were not yours, yet you carried them as though they were your destiny. Today I say that you may lay them down. You do not need to continue living according to the fears that exhausted many generations before you. You do not need to repeat the cycles that wounded your family. I am opening another way, and your mother, in her love, is also interceding that you may receive this freedom. As for your finances, I know you have gone through seasons of counting every expense, worrying day by day, and wondering how everything could ever be enough. I know there were times you grew weary from having to be strong before the needs of life. But let me remind you that my provision is not limited by your current circumstances. I can open doors you have never thought of, bring the right people at the right time, create clean opportunities, prosper the work of your hands, and teach you to walk with wisdom, so you may not only receive the blessing, but also know how to preserve it. Your mother once desired peace for you. Not only that you would have enough money in your hands, but that you would have enough peace in your heart not to be controlled by fear. And I desire the same for you. I want you to learn to believe that I do not lead you into tomorrow with empty hands. I am preparing support for what you need, in the right way, at the right time, with a wisdom you will recognize when you look back. And as for your health, your relationships, and your mind, I am also covering every part with my mercy. I see the fatigue in your body, the tension you cannot name, the wounds in your heart left by the words of others, and the relationships that leave you torn between love and protecting yourself. I do not want you to be split apart by these things. I want to teach you how to love while still having peace, how to forgive without losing clarity, how to open your heart without abandoning yourself to the things that hurt you. The healing I give does not only come as a single moment. Often, it comes as a gentle journey, layer after layer of heaviness being removed, fear after fear being named and returned to me, painful memories being bathed in light. And day by day, you learning to breathe more lightly and live more gently with yourself. My beloved child, let the memory of your mother not become a dark room where you remain trapped, but a warm lamp guiding you back to love. She does not want you to live forever in regret. She does not want you to collapse beneath the question, what if? She wants you to move forward, but not as someone forced to forget. Move forward as one who carries the blessing of a mother's love into every good decision. Live in a way that allows her prayers to bloom. Choose peace instead of tormenting yourself. Choose hope instead of sinking into fear. Choose the clean, kind, and courageous path, because every step you take in the light is an answer to the love she planted within you. I am here, closer than your breath, gentler than your pain, stronger than every burden pressing upon you. Your mother's love is in my hands, and that love does not oppose your life. It lifts you toward life. Receive this peace. You are protected. You are remembered. You are being guided. The doors that need to open will open at the right time. The chains that need to break will not hold you forever. The blessings that need to come will find their way to you according to my wisdom. And in all things, remember that I am your Father, the one who held your mother in light, and the one who is holding you in arms that never change. Lift your head, my child. The season of grief will not have the final word. My love, grace, and restoration will lead you onward. Never think that you have been forgotten, because even in the moments when you thought you were most alone, your mother's love was still nearer to you than breath, and I was still keeping you through a promise that nothing can break. There are nights when you sit quietly in your room, hearing silence surround you like a heavy curtain, and you wonder whether anyone still remembers what you are enduring. There are mornings when you wake with a weary heart, still having to move forward, still having to smile, still having to do what must be done, while inside you simply long for a gentle hand to rest on your shoulder and say that everything will be all right. My child, I see it all. I do not miss a single tremor within your heart. Do not forget a single tear you have hidden. And do not take lightly any pain you thought you had to carry alone. And your mother, with a love preserved by me in the light, is still a warm mark beside you, like a gentle reminder that you have never been abandoned. Sometimes you may suddenly feel a warmth pass over your shoulders when no one is standing beside you. Sometimes your skin may lightly tremble, not because of fear, but as though a gentle presence has just brushed across your life. Sometimes, in the middle of tangled thoughts, a soft sentence suddenly appears within your heart. A peace whose source you cannot explain arrives, or a feeling of being comforted causes you to stop trembling for a moment. Do not quickly dismiss these things as coincidence. There are signs I send that are not loud, not showy, but enough for one who knows love to recognize that love is still finding its way to them. Your mother's prayers, the good wishes she once gave you, the things she placed into your life through tears, sacrifice, and quiet care, have not disappeared. I have kept them in the treasury of my kindness, and at the right time, I allow them to become a wind that supports you, a small lamp that leads you through dark turns. Therefore, do not let loneliness deceive you into thinking you are standing alone in this vast life. Loneliness is only a feeling that passes through. But my promise is more enduring than mountains and hills. What you do not see does not mean it does not exist. The protections surrounding you do not always arrive with a loud sound. Many times, they come through a delay that saves you from danger, a closed door that keeps you from a place not meant for you, a stranger speaking the exact words you needed to hear, a clear thought pulling you away from a wrong decision, or a strange calm in a moment when you should have collapsed. I am the God of restoration, the one who knows how to rebuild what has cracked, redeem seasons that seemed completely lost, and turn what you do not understand today into tomorrow's testimony of mercy. When I keep you, I do not keep you carelessly. I keep you with the love of a father who does not sleep before your pain. Whatever battle you are facing, you must know that I do not let you enter it without protection. There are battles taking place before your eyes. In work, finance, health, relationships, and pressures that make you feel you are about to run out of strength. But there are also quieter battles, where fear tries to take hold of your heart, where doubt tries to dim the light within you, where weariness tries to convince you there is no longer any reason to hope. In those very moments, I have commanded my holy messengers to cover you. I have sent Archangel Michael to stand at the gateways of your life, not as a distant symbol, but as a sign of the strong protection I place around the one I love. The arrows meant to make you collapse will not be allowed to complete their purpose. Curses, dark intentions, and attacks that seek to destroy your peace will be stopped at the boundary of blessing I have established. You may have felt that your finances were being suffocated, as though every effort was drained away before it could bear fruit. You may have looked at the numbers, the expenses, the responsibilities on your shoulders, and felt your heart grow heavy. But I say to you that lack is not your final name. I am teaching you to walk in wisdom, discipline, gratitude, and faith, knowing that my supply is not limited by the doors you currently see. I can open a path from a place you never expected. I can use a meeting, an opportunity, a change, an idea, or timely help to bring you out of the cycle of anxiety. What the enemy wanted to use to frighten you, I will turn into a school of maturity. What once caused you loss, I will turn into ground where you learn the value of perseverance. Your peace is also being guarded by me. Do not hand it over to voices that do not know how to love you. Do not let judgments, cold eyes, bitter comparisons, or painful memories continue sitting on the throne of your heart. I am stepping into the inner rooms of your being, where sorrow, shame, and disappointment have long been stored. I do not enter to rebuke you for being tender. I enter to light a lamp, open the windows, and bring new breath into the places that have lacked light for too long. You will begin to realize that there are burdens you no longer need to carry. There are words others spoke about you that have no right to define you. There are wounds that are no longer allowed to control how you see yourself. I am restoring you not only outwardly, but within the deepest hidden places of your heart, so you may live lighter, brighter, and freer. Even your health I place beneath my merciful gaze. Care for yourself with gentleness. Do not treat yourself like a machine that must keep straining without rest. Rest can also be a form of obedience. Eating well, sleeping more fully, seeking help when needed, listening to your body, and staying away from what drains you. These are also ways you honor the gift of life I have given you. I do not want you to pray and then abandon yourself in chaos. I want you to pray and also know how to choose what is good, how to leave places that weaken you, and how to enter rhythms of life that bring restoration. My protection does not remove your responsibility. It makes you wiser so you can cooperate with the good work I am doing. And then you will see me transform things that seemed impossible to change. I will turn loss into a profitable lesson for your growth. I will turn sorrow into the dance of one who has been lifted up. I will turn the emptiness within you into space. New blessings can be placed. The years you thought were only for enduring will become evidence that you were miraculously preserved. The times you thought you were collapsing will become places where you look back and realize, I was supporting you from behind. The doors that once closed will no longer make you feel ashamed, because you will understand that not everything taken away is a loss. Some things are removed from you, so there is room to receive what is purer, more lasting, and more fitting for the path I have prepared for you. Move forward, my beloved child, with gentleness toward yourself and with faith that you are covered. Your mother has not been erased from your story. That love remains a warm stream I allow to touch you in tender and holy ways. My angels do not stand far from your life. They guard the paths you walk according to my command. And I am not merely watching you from above. I am near to you in every breath, every decision, every day when you try to rise again. Do not call yourself forgotten. Do not call your life abandoned. I have called you loved, protected, restored, and guided into purposeful abundance. Open your heart. Let peace return. Let hope rise again, because my hand is still upon you, and what I have promised you will not be broken by any darkness. Let my peace flow through you right now and wash away everything that is making your heart weary. You have carried too much heaviness in silence, kept within your heart things that are not easy to name, and tried to smile while inside you there were waves no one could see. But today, I do not come to blame you for feeling weak, nor do I come to ask why you stayed silent for so long. I come as a merciful Father, placing my hand upon the most wounded parts of you and saying, it is time for your heart to become lighter. The burdens you do not know whom to give to, place them before me. The secrets you cannot speak aloud, I have known them for a long time, and I still love you with an unchanging love. The weariness in your heart, I am touching with holy tenderness, so you may understand that you do not have to keep holding yourself together alone. My beloved child, What I am doing in your life is not merely a passing comfort. I am bringing a deep turning, a blessing able to change circumstances that seem to have closed completely. Streams that were once blocked will be opened. Doors that once remained silent will begin to tremble. The things that were taken from you, whether joy, opportunity, time, peace, or the provision you need, I will cause them to return in a way that lets you know my hand has intervened. Not merely returned as before, but restored in greater fullness, greater stability, and greater radiance. The places that were once broken will not remain in ruins forever. For I am the one who knows how to rebuild from ashes, the one who turns what seemed like an ending into a beginning covered by grace, even when you do not see it. Prayers of intercession have been lifted for you in silence. Your mother carried this before me with a faithful heart, and I do not take lightly the tears, passions, or sincere pleas of those who belong to me. There are prayers that do not sound loud before the world, yet they touch the depths of my presence. There are sighs of love that I preserve like precious fragrance. Therefore, do not think you have been forgotten. Do not think the months and days of waiting were only empty space without meaning. I have heard, I have seen, and I am answering at the most beautiful time, in a way you cannot yet fully understand.